I guess.
And this is Uponor PEX-a pipe here. We're going to stretch these out and just see how they perform. Can't do that with copper.
No.
So they're both stretching pretty good. You can feel them if you want to. And they start to warm up a little bit. We'll see if we can go any farther.
That blue one's gonna snap. There it is. Oh.
So again, that happens because a PEX-b is cross-linked primarily just on the outside of the pipe, which makes it a little bit more brittle. And so while it has strength, it doesn't have the flexibility.
How much pressure you have on this machine?
I don't know how much pressure on it. It's just pulling it to get that expansion. We can stretch this up to 3 times its manufactured length. So that's kind of the first half of it, is just seeing that. We can get this out of here. You guys remember what I said about this pipe after it's made?
It's original state.
We'll get this to go back to the same size and shape that it was before I did this. We'll add some heat here. And as I'm heating this up, what I'm doing is getting it warm and getting it back to that crystalline melting temperature. And all of those carbon atoms in the pipe, they remember where they used to be, and they're going to start trying to go back there. So the pipe's going to start twisting around and doing all kinds of crazy stuff as it warms up. But what it's doing is it's trying to go back to the same size and shape that it was. What we just did with stretching that pipe, you know, that's never going to happen on one of the jobs we have, right? But it just shows you that, you know, things do move around in a building. You know, when houses settle, or earthquakes that happen where you guys are from. You have a piping system that's going to withstand a whole lot of disruption, right? And still be durable enough to be considered a warrantyable product.
Make sure you don't use a torch. Yeah, no torches, only heat gun.
Yep, we use a heat gun to make these repairs. Now the other thing that we talk about, you know, you see a lot of copper piping out there. PEX has a low heat diffusivity. And so what that means is it's not conducting the heat very well. So if I was using a heat gun on a piece of copper pipe like this, my left hand would probably not have any fingerprints anymore at this point, but because the pipe is such a good insulator, I can hold onto this brass fitting and not feel it at all. So we're getting closer to the same size and shape that it was before. Once we get there, this pipe, you could still put it into service, it'd still be covered by our warranty, and it'd be no more likely to burst than it was before I stretched it out. See, as it gets crystal clear like that, that's technically melted. It's above the crystalline melting temperature. It just won't melt and flow into a puddle on the floor. Just about there.
Almost coming at the same time.
If your pipe freeze, you can use that going through the mud guys.
Yep.
Go back to the original shape of pipe.
So this is allowed?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Now it's going to cool down and turn white.
Yeah, over time.
As it cools down, it'll go back to white. You can, I'll pass it around. Don't touch that part, it's really hot. But you can feel just kind of how that behaves.
Oh. Hey, hot potato.
Now if you were to twist that and cool it, it would stay in that twisted space. Then you can heat it back up again and it would go right back.